Rose. Got something to tell you.
Well, come on. Wait till I get this food on the table.
Rose,
She stops and turns around.
I don't know how to say this.
Pause.
I can't explain it none. It just sort of grows on you till it gets out of hand. It starts out like a little bush, and the next thing you know, it's a whole forest.
Troy, what is you talking about?
I'm talking, woman. Let me talk. I'm trying to figure out a way to tell you. I'm gonna be a daddy. I'm gonna be somebody's daddy.
Troy, you are not telling me this. You're gonna be a what?
Rose, now see,
You telling me you gonna be somebody's daddy? You're telling your wife this?
Gabriel enters from the street. He carries a rose in his hand.
Hey, Troy. Hey, Rose.
I have to wait 18 years to hear something like this?
Hey, Rose. I got a flower for you.
He hands it to her.
That's a rose. Same rose like you is.
Thanks, Gabe.
Troy, you ain't mad at me, is you? Them men's coming to put me away. You ain't mad at me, is you?
nah, Gabe, I ain't mad at you.
18 years. And you wanna come with this?
Takes a quarter out of his pocket.
See what I got? Got a brand new quarter.
Rose, it's just,
Ain't nothing you can say, Troy. Ain't no way of explaining that.
That fella that gave me this quarter had a whole mess of them. I'm gonna keep this quarter till it stops shining.
Gabe, go on in the house there. I got some watermelon in the Frigidaire. Go on and get you a piece.
Say, Rose, you know I was chasing hellhounds and them bad men's come to get me and take me away? Troy helped me. He come down there and told them they better let me go before I beat him up. Yeah, he did.
You go on and get you a piece of watermelon, Gabe. Them bad men is gone now.
Okay, Rose, gonna give me some watermelon, the kind with stripes on it.
Gabriel exits into the house.
Why, Troy? Why? After all these years to come dragging this into me now. It don't make no sense at your age. I could have expected this 10 or 15 years ago, but not now.
age ain't got nothing to do with it, Rose.
I done tried to be everything a wife should be. Everything a wife could be. Been married 18 years, and I got to live to see the day you tell me you've been seeing another woman and done fathered her child. And you know I ain't never wanted no half nothing in my family. My whole family is half. Everybody's got different fathers and mothers. My 2 sisters and my brother. Can't hardly tell who's who. Can't never sit down and talk about Papa and Mama. It's your Papa and your Mama and my Papa and my Mama.
Rose, stop it now.
I ain't never wanted that for none of my children. And now you want to drag your behind in here and tell me something like this?
You ought to know. It's time for you to know.
Well, I don't want to know, goddammit!
I can't just make it go away. It's done now. I can't wish the circumstances of the thing away.
And I don't want you to either. Maybe you want to wish me and my boy away. Maybe that's what you want. Well, you can't wish us away. I've got 18 years of my life invested in you. You ought to have stayed upstairs in my bed where you belong.
Rose, now listen to me. We can get a handle on this thing. We can talk this out. Come to an understanding.
All of a sudden, it's we. Where was we at when you was down there rolling around with some godforsaken woman? We should have come to an understanding before you started making a damn fool of yourself. You're a day late and a dollar short when it comes to an understanding with me.
It's just, she gives me a different idea, a different understanding about myself. I can step out of this house and get away from the pressures and the problems, be a different man. I ain't got to wonder how I'm going to pay the bills or get the roof fixed. I can just be a part of myself that I ain't never been.
What I want to know is, do you plan to continue seeing her? That's all you can say to me.
I can sit up in her house and laugh. Do you understand what I'm saying? I can laugh out loud, and it feels good. It reached all the way down to the bottom of my shoes.
Pause.
Rose, I can't give that up.
Maybe you ought to go on and stay down there with her. If she a better woman than me,
It ain't about nobody being a better woman or nothing. Rose, you ain't to blame. A man couldn't ask for no woman to be a better wife than what you've been. I'm responsible for it. I done locked myself into a pattern trying to take care of you all, and that I forgot about myself.
what the hell was I there for? That was my job, not somebody else's.
Rose, I done tried all my life to live decent, to live a clean, hard, useful life. I tried to be a good husband to you in every way I knew how. Maybe I come into this world backwards. I don't know. But you're born with 2 strikes on you before you come to the plate. You gotta to guard it closely. Always looking for the curveball on the inside corner. You can't afford to let none past you. You can't afford to call a strike. If you going down, you got to go down swinging. Everything lined up against you. What you gotta do? I fooled them, Rose. I bunted. When I found you and Corey and a halfway decent job, I was safe. Couldn't nothing touch me. I wasn't gonna strike out no more. I wasn't going back to the penitentiary. I wasn't gonna lay in the streets with a bottle of wine. I was safe. I had me a family, a job. I wasn't gonna let that last strike. I was on first, looking for one of them boys to knock me in, to get me home.
You should have stayed in my bed, Troy.
Then, when I saw that gal, she firmed up my backbone, and I got to thinking that if I tried, I just might be able to steal second. Do you understand after 18 years that I wanted to steal second?
You should have held me tight. You should have grabbed me and held on.
I stood on first base for 18 years, and I thought, well, God damn it, gonna go for it.
We're not talking about baseball. We're talking about you going off to lay in bed with another woman and then bring it home to me. That's what we're talking about. We ain't talking about no baseball.
Rose, you're not listening to me. I'm trying the best I can to explain it to you. It's not easy for me to admit that I've been standing in the same place for 18 years.
I've been standing with you. I've been right here with you, Troy. I got a life too. I gave 18 years of my life to stand in the same spot with you. Don't you think I ever wanted other things? Don't you think I had dreams and hopes? What about my life? What about me? Don't you ever think it crossed my mind to want to know another man? That I wanted to lay up somewhere and forget about my responsibilities? That I wanted someone to make me laugh so I could feel good? You're not the only one who's got wants and needs. But I held on to you, Troy. I took all my feelings, my wants and needs, my dreams, and I buried them inside you. I planted a seed and I watched and prayed over it. I planted myself inside you and waited to bloom. And it didn't take me no 18 years to find out the soil was hard and rocky and it was never gonna bloom. But I held on to you, Troy. I held you tighter. You was my husband. I owed you everything I had, every part of me I could find to give you. And upstairs in that room, with the darkness falling in on me, I gave everything I had to try and erase the doubt that you wasn't the finest man in the world. And wherever you was going, I wanted to be there with you. 'Cause you my husband. 'Cause that's the only way I was gonna survive as your wife. You always talking about what you give and what you don't have to give. But you take too. You take. And you don't even know nobody's giving.
Rose turns to exit into the house. Troy grabs her arm.
You say I take and don't give?
Troy, you're hurting me.
You say I take and don't give.
Troy, you're hurting my arm. Let go.
I done give you everything I got. Don't tell that lie on me.
Troy.
Don't you tell that lie on me.
Corey enters from the house.
Mama!
Troy, you're hurting me.
Don't you tell me about taking and giving.
Corey comes behind Troy and grabs him. Troy, surprised, is thrown off his balance just as Corey throws a glancing blow that catches him on the chest and knocks him down. Troy is stunned as is Corey.
Troy. Troy, no.
Troy gets on his feet and starts at Corey.
Troy, no. Please. Troy.
Rose pulls on Troy to hold him back. Troy stops himself to Troy.
All right, that's strike 2. You stay away from around me, boy. Don't you strike out. You living with a full count. Don't you strike out.